Hello, everybody. On our podcast show this week, Elon's new Neuralink, yes, implant, was successfully implanted into someone's brain. Yes. This device is about the size of a large coin and is designed to be implanted in the skull. Yes, with the ultra-thin wires that goes directly into the brain. Now, Neuralink claims that this technology is aimed at helping treat the brain disorders like, schizophrenia, motor neuron diseases, stuff like that, and overcoming brain injuries with other applications. So, what are the real dangers?
Will it help Elon? With overinflated egos, will it help that? Will it deflate a little bit? I don't know.
But it's just crazy. I mean, they mentioned Neuralink and this brain technology stuff, good 5-10 years ago, but it never really got any traction because people thought it was like crazy.
Probably because it's dangerous. Side effects may include death.
Dangerous and stuff like that. But there's of course dangers, but also benefits. But does the benefits outweigh the dangers? I think definitely the dangers outweigh the benefits.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, so what's it used for? So, according to Neuralink, medical applications using the brain to remote control devices such as prosthetics and stuff like that, right? Artificial limbs. Okay. Will help users enhance their memory and cognitive abilities, right?
So, like a cyborg.
Cyborg, stuff like that, maybe. And also restore users' motor, sensory, and other visual functions. So it could enhance that, maybe, right? And also treat conditions like obesity, autism, depression, and schizophrenia.
That's a lot of claims.
It is. I think they probably do it in stages. The first stage, beta 1 could be like, new motor neurons and prosthetics and stuff like that, remote control those kind of limbs. And then you might have like different versions, upgrades to enhance more functions.
So it's a medical application. It's not actually a proven benefit of the product.
No.
These are not features.
Though, yeah, these are just the so-called benefits that they'll claim.
Okay. Winston.
What?
I'm going to sell you the Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Okay.
And I claim that it's a phone. I claim that it does certain things.
Yeah.
I claim that it has AI. Would you buy it for $2,000? I'm not promising a single thing. Would you buy it?
I don't know. I mean, if early adopters, maybe.
It might do smartphone things, but I don't know yet. Would you buy it? This is exactly what I'm seeing here is that these applications don't exist.
Not yet. It's not proven.
So how can he sell this product?
They claim that it can do because the technology or they have a roadmap, right?
Yeah.
So the first step, Q1, whatever, implant into the brain first. Q2, let's try it out with different functions, and then Q4, whatever, just
okay.
That kind of thing.
Look. Elon Musk doesn't have the best track record of being on time. Let me give you 2 examples. The Cybertruck. How long was it delayed?
Over a year.
Over a year? More like 2 or 3.
They announced it, and then they said, "Oh yeah, we're taking orders." That was like about half a year to a year later. Take orders, and then from taking orders, about a year and a bit.
Oh, I think it's been longer than that. I've known people for the last 2-3 years that have had a reservation on it.
Oh, okay,
right,
all right.
So it's late. It may feel like it's like no time, but it launched during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID, I remember
that's 2-3 years ago.
They announced it, and then they were like,
and reservations were being taken.
Yeah, you could put like deposit down,
right?
And then I think it was last year and a bit they started taking orders for it, like proper like applications. Put the orders in. And
how about full self-driving? How long has that been promised?
They have it, I think, don't they?
No, they don't.
Didn't they? I thought there was an episode.
It's not full self-driving.
Doing their
it's not full self-driving.
Oh, right.
It doesn't pass the test as full self. It's not even. It doesn't work. It is not full self-driving.
It's self-driving in certain parts of the United States, certain areas.
It doesn't work the way that it's claimed. Right?
I think
it's still being promised.
I think there's laws, a lot of traffic laws behind that as well. I think a lot of states that don't like auto driving.
Well-
They pull you over. I think I've seen people sleeping in the car, right?
Yeah.
And it was auto driving, and then the police just pull them over and just like, that's it. You got a ticket, citation, blah blah blah.
It's driving on a straight road, but it can't navigate traffic. It can't avoid pedestrians. It can't do a number of things.
I tell you what.
right?
I tell you when it will work is when all cars are self-driving or autonomously with all that LiDAR, radar, whatever. Then yeah, possibly. But right now you have other cars, gas cars, which are not even in the network.
Yeah.
So they can't judge in terms of like technology.
Because there's certain levels of self-driving, and you have to reach the top. I can't remember what they are, but they're not there yet.
Yeah.
Mercedes is actually very close, according to a French friend of ours who works in that particular company. He says, "Oh, we're very close,"
But you need that technology in terms of infrastructure, like satellite and GPS, whatever, to have all that kind of stuff working, right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
it hasn't manifested itself as a product that has given all of the features and benefits that it promised for that. How much is it? $10,000, $6,000?
Oh, for the brain chip? Yeah.
No. For the full self-driving.
Oh, yeah.
So you've paid 10 grand for full self-driving and you haven't even received the features that were promised yet. So these are just applications. So how long do you think these applications will take to receive while this chip rots in your brain? It's the size of a CR2032 motherboard battery.
Like the size of a large coin, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's, we'll see. Maybe a few years. But how much does it cost? Well, $10,500 US, and that's about 14,000 Canadian. Okay.
That's just the chip, not the installation.
That's just a chip, yeah. Because
Okay.
you need to have operation, right? So that's another cost, I guess.
All right, because a toilet can cost $50 at Costco. Who's going to install it?
A plumber,
Who's gonna
right?
put it in? And how much does the plumber charge? $200 an hour or something like that. So this
Yeah.
is probably like how much? How many people will it take to install this thing? Cut open your brain, rehabilitate you. Like, I mean, 10,000 sounds cheap.
10,000
Too cheap.
That's probably just the cost of the actual thing.
It's just the product.
Yeah.
So the installation is probably like what?
Paying the surgeon.
$500,000?
Paying the surgeon to have your brain cut open, put it in.
It's not just the surgeon. It's
then-
the surgical team. It's
Yeah.
the rehabilitation team. It's the monitoring. It's like, my goodness, this is not just that 14,000 Canadian, $10,000 product.
It's like upgrade your brain.
What were there any estimates as to how much the installation would be? Like, because
No, that's I guess that's a medical procedure which costs what, I don't know how much.
there's no medical plan in Canada that will cover that. I mean, the US, they'll probably spend millions of dollars on their medical for the rest of their lives.
It'll probably be a private funded.
Oh my gosh.
Hospital or something.
Okay,
But-
so that's still a huge question mark. Unless someone in the audience knows how much this is going to cost, and you're a medical professional, surgeon, or a neurosurgeon, let us know. I'm super curious how much this will cost, because you probably have 10 people on your surgical team. You probably spend weeks planning the route to your brain.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
all of this other stuff.
It's like people's bodies are different, right? Your body is different to my body. My brain could function differently to your brain.
Weeks of
So
testing.
they need to scan your brain to see how it functions, and then they find out which area of your brain works with whatever, and then they have to figure out how to put that in there.
And then they can't screw up, because otherwise you become a vegetable.
a zombie.
Maybe that's
is that why?
Yeah, because doesn't the model, doesn't any of the Teslas, they have a biohazard mode?
Do they?
They do.
Oh, what does this do?
It actually filters out the external,
Like
biohazard mode.
smells, like
Not smells, like literally pathogens.
All right, okay.
Yeah, biohazard mode.
Oh,
Just in case of the
interesting.
incoming apocalypse.
Well, this implant is powered by a small battery, believe it or not, wisely charged through compact inductive chargers. Do you know those conductive chargers, right?
So you basically lie on a Qi charger at night.
Like the Apple Watch, where you have
Okay.
that charge. That's
So if you don't charge it, you become an asshole overnight. Again.
yeah. I wonder how that would work. 'Cause, I mean,
Right.
if it's fully charged, it's working fine. But then, if it's
it's
low on
not-
juice, how would it tell you? Does it like sensing to your brain? Hey, your battery is like.
All of a sudden you become a dick again.
I'm worried that hey, it could give you that voice in your brain. You know, you hear your thoughts, right? You hear your own thoughts. Yeah. Imagine
What?
like
You talk to yourself?
no, you hear your own thoughts. Don't you? Don't you do that sometimes?
I'm sorry.
No, you're thinking of stuff, right? You're thinking in your head. Yeah?
I understand.
But
He's
then
not crazy.
imagine it was a voice that talks to you through this chip. That'd be a fucking nightmare. Sorry. It's like, you'd be like, you're supposed to fix or help with
It would make you
schizophrenia, but then you're having this fucking voice in your head.
You would have Elon's voice in your head. I don't think I want this.
But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you'd be getting.
You're not being a very good salesperson for Elon.
No,
on this.
I don't want to have a brain chip. Thanks, but there's no specs. There was nothing on because I guess the technology is very secret or proprietary, so they won't release anything on there. But it tells you the cost and so what it's supposed to do. And maybe we'll see some results. Maybe that guy, the volunteer, again, no name, what kind of condition he's at or have, or what kind of mental
John Doe.
mental conditions he have. But we'll find out. Maybe
We'll find out.
we'll find out if it's on the news.
He goes on a rampage and he.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's that. And we're going to talk about the dangers. What possible dangers this thing can have? I'm thinking susceptible to hacking. What do you think?
Probably. Isn't it Wi-Fi or something?
It's Wi-Fi. I'm guessing it must have Wi-Fi in it.
Okay.
It must have
Short-range radio?
It must have that kind of stuff. So imagine it could get hacked, right? Because we see people, extreme hackers, they can just get the Wi-Fi, SSID, whatever, and then hack straight into it. I've seen people do it myself, literally, right? And if you haven't got that kind of encryption, which I'm guessing they're using standard, I don't know, maybe 256 or 128-bit, to a clever kind of hacker, I'm sure it'd be easily hacked.
Probably.
And the dangers of that, imagine that. I mean, if someone can hack your brain, what the hell? Input like, instructions of you going into the bank and rob it or something like that.
Yeah, that's the other danger. You may become the danger to society yourself because you've been hacked. But
well-
how would you even can you claim insanity because Elon made you do it?
Yeah, we've seen back in the 80s or early 90s. Didn't we see like films like Johnny Mnemonic and what is supposed
Oh
to
yeah,
and
Winter Soldier. You become the Winter Soldier.
and other movies like that back in the day, and we thinking, what the hell?
Yeah.
And crazy. And the other dangers, body rejection and infections.
Oh, so
You
side
mentioned
effects include death.
death.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, because in any implant from medical out there, people know that if you have an implant, whether it's a kidney or you have drugs which suppress your immune system to stop the body from rejecting that organ, whatever. So if you have a foreign body in your body, a foreign item in your body, the body will reject it for sure. That's
So you might poop it out one day.
but
something.
if not, it'll have infections and stuff like that, right? So,
Oh my
so
God.
this guy probably have to have drugs daily to stop your
Why?
body rejecting this implant.
They must have paid him so much money or paid off his family so much money. This
Yeah.
sounds like a pain, a real pain.
But it's just crazy. I mean, infection is definitely really real. I mean, you have an infection in your hand or body parts. You can treat that with antibiotics and stuff like that, and your body will heal up.
Yep.
But if it's in your brain,
You can't just take a pair of tweezers and scratch it out. I mean, sorry.
how are you going to treat that infections?
What if
That's
it itches?
I'm sure.
Oh my God.
I'm sure when you have something inside you, it's gonna like be, that constant thing nagging you in your brain.
Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know? We still have applications here, right?
Yeah,
How
you
do
have
know?
you have an itch. You want to just scratch it, right? Okay, scratch it. It's you're gonna scratch your head off.
Sounds like a bad idea. Okay, what else?
And how will it update the software or update the OS?
Like a car? OTA?
But wait there. So as again, it goes back to the hacker. So I'm going to update your brain chip. Your brain chip's got to accept. How is it going to accept?
Maybe it has dual
it's-
BIOS?
Your brain's got to say, hey, I got an incoming update. Do I accept? Do you have like a visual cue say accept, deny? Oh, yeah.
So many
Apple
questions.
Vision Pro. pair it with that,
I don't
and then
know.
you could see what kind of options you can have. Right?
Yeah, but even the reviews of that, you can't quite hit the letters because you have to be looking at them.
Oh, they
It
got to
doesn't
do
work right.
hand gestures.
Apple says it's the best version of this product ever, yet you can't touch the letters correctly. You have to look at them. And if you don't look at them right, you have to look away and look back at them again.
So you're walking in the street, you see this guy going,
Yep. It's made of highly crafted aluminium, and you have to look away and look back.
but they said the eye tracking movements, because when you move your eyes left, right, up and down, whatever, it's actually sends signals to your brain, right?
Yeah.
So apparently this chip then can not track or monitor, but it will notice or recognize there's movement in your eyes. So if it sends a signal, say, hey, you want to do yes or no, left is yes and right is no, you just go
That's
look.
dangerous.
You got to look.
See, like I said, even Apple couldn't get it right with their Vision Pro, and it's the best implementation of it. The things in your brain, like if I look up, well, what does that mean? Like,
That's just,
right?
yeah, it's not official. I'm just saying it's
Oh
just
my God.
something that we think, maybe, I don't know.
Not in our lifetime. Okay, continue.
The future. So, what could it be used for in future applications? And this could be, quite a lot of stuff. For example, will it be used in the military? I think
Universal
yes.
soldier.
Yes, I think it can be used in the military. Lots of applications there. Yeah, Winter Soldier, Universal Soldiers, whatever you want to call it.
Cyborgs running around.
Yeah,
Amok.
and things like that. So that's definitely a big thing. I'm sure people might say not. I'm sure this Neuralink is actually part funded by the military as well.
You think?
Maybe it's conspiracy. I don't know. I think that definitely they part funded this.
I mean, when you lose $44 billion on a bird company, you got to get monies from somewhere.
That's right. And
Right.
there is an invested interest for the military as well, because they want to be first in it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I mean, who would the government or the military let some private company develop this technology without them taking advantage of it or knowing about it? No, hell no.
Well, considering that someone dumped $44 billion on something, I bet you anything this program is worth at least $44 billion.
Yeah. They might put, for example, not humans, but put this brain chip into chimpanzees and other animals where they can do their dirty work for them.
Didn't
right?
they die? Their test subjects all died.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
They all died. All the chimps died. This is not animal friendly.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, people. This
Hey.
is not animal friendly.
Yeah. Go and protest if you're an animal lover.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So,
I don't know what to think about this. It's not going in my head.
oh, yeah, definitely not for me.
Nope.
Okay, recreational use. So you might, what's that? Total Recall, right? So, although it's not a brain chip, but they fry your brain, right?
It goes in your nose.
Oh yeah. So Total Recall, you know what's like. You put like images or experiences false memories into your brain. So you think you've been on holiday.
Yeah.
And things like that, or you have a wife which actually doesn't exist, or kids. So you can have that kind of feeling, euphoria, that kind of stuff. So it could stop drug users apparently, because you don't need that high anymore. You can get it from this chip.
But it's still an addiction. You're just trading one addiction for another addiction. It's not a solution.
No, but
No, it's not a solution. Like as we've seen in movies, people become addicted to being in VR. Or
Yeah,
AR,
VR. Yeah,
right?
VR.
They have to have it around them, otherwise they can't function.
yeah,
Right?
There's another film. What's it called? Player One, but it's
Yeah.
not a brain
I mean,
chip.
come on, here. Everyone's addicted to their phone. I cannot not look at this thing every 10 minutes.
You could have put that in your brain.
I don't want that in my brain. It's too big.
They're going to miniaturize it.
No, I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay, business use. So why travel? If you want to cut down on planes and greenhouse gases, stuff like that, you could be there virtually. Right? So you can have a meeting, you just turn on this chip thing in your brain and you're virtually in the meeting.
Well, according to Apple, you can pay $3,500 for a headset and get the same experience. Even though you can't pinch at anything, you have to look away to get the letters.
Business application. What else is there? There could be, I don't know, emails sent through. You don't even have to
I don't want to send emails with my brain.
email.
This seems extreme, Winston. This seems extreme.
Emails, WhatsApp, messages could come up, and then you just say, hey, you just think it or speak it or whatever in your brain, and it gets sent.
But who's going to put the filter in your brain so you don't swear at people?
Oh, yeah.
Right? You can't do that.
You need that filter.
This is not practical.
Yeah.
I don't see any practical applications of this until these features are actually proven. I'm sorry, Elon, but yeah, your dude, whoever this guy is, patient X, if he goes on a rampage or if he dies, a good thing it's not in my brain, right?
There must be a massive lawsuit if
There's
it ever
going
happens.
to be there's waivers and everything. This guy probably signed his life away and sold it to this company.
Yeah, but also it's like the ethics where the DNA cloning and cloning of sheep and things like that, baby cloning, whatever they call it, embryo cloning. There was I'm not sure if it's UN or it's US. They banned it, right?
Yeah.
So they banned it. So this could get effectively banned. Really, I got a feeling it could, because it's just crazy. This is nuts. All right, which means
It's too early.
That part is where law enforcement. Do you think law enforcement will take advantage of it? Would it be advantageous? I don't know. I think, for example, if you're a criminal and you're a known criminal, you have a massive record to prevent you from doing any more for the damage or more criminal activity, they could plant this in your brain.
I think the criminal element would probably be more into this, because they just blow you up if you snitch to the cops.
Or rewire your brain for medical treatment, or possibly track you and that kind of stuff. So
Many questions.
yeah, and also this chip could be used to record video or visuals, right? Because when he says she say, and then there's video footage of, and the camera's not stable and it's blurry. With this one, it's actually full on. This video that what you're seeing is what being recorded, right? And with that, could it be uploaded to the cloud?
But where's it going to... Okay, it gets stored in your brain. I got it. But how are you going to download it?
It gets stored up to the cloud. The cloud is huge.
I don't want this.
So it gets uploaded.
Sorry, you haven't sold this to me. I don't want this.
Your memories could be uploaded. Stuff like what Apple Vision Vision Pro. It could actually do the recording, right?
Yeah.
3D recording, whatever, visual, spatial recording, 3D, gets uploaded to the cloud.
We all think that's creepy.
And then you could turn
We still think that's creepy. Imagine going to the beach with this freaking headset on, looking at people.
Well,
it's weird.
Is that black? Is it like what's that Black Mirror?
Black Mirror covers a lot of these exact same things.
Yeah, similar to this, because you could just think about an old memory, and it gets replayed because it's stored.
I mean, okay. Going the Black Mirror route, I think that if you wanted something like this, it would be probably your wish before you die to become young and be in a virtual world. This might be a good application to have a graceful death, to feel again and then die on your own terms within the milliseconds that you have left.
Yeah, I've actually got some actual experience on this, because my grandma, when she was very old now, she was like at the time 94, and she had not Alzheimer's. She had Alzheimer's actually. She had Alzheimer's, and she was forgetting things and stuff like that. However, the only thing that she was very, very clued up on was her past life. In terms of she was in her 20s. She's like going to the sweet shop buying sweets. She loves candies. That's why she went to go buy candy, and all that previous memories from her past age, when she was 20s, 30s, came flooding back.
Yeah, it's like the tape has hit the end and it's rewound to the beginning.
That's
when you know you're about to die.
Yeah, then she kind of went into baby tantrums. I don't know, I don't know why, but she does anyway.
Yeah.
So that could help, because if she can see those type of memories back then, it could help. I mean,
Yeah, but it would be your last resort. It would be basically goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So death is a side effect, but death could also be a good thing if this is used in that sort of mechanism, right?
Yeah.
Where it's I want to relive my youth one last time. This one decade I want to do over again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it could help.
Yeah, it would be like a kindness to give this one last gift before they pass on, right?
Yeah.
But I can't see this to anyone living with Elon's voice in their head, telling them to do OTA updates and spying on them the entire time. Not only would it not relieve any of the symptoms that they say are applications, but it would make you crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like having a nagging person behind you, like in your brain. Imagine that.
Well, Elon's already living in most people's heads rent free. Anyway.
Oh, that's crazy. The other thing is communications and telecoms. I think this is a good application. Of course, you must have the ability to turn it on or off, because if it's constantly on, it'd be like having.
But you can't turn it off. That's the whole point. It's on the whole time.
Yeah, it's meant to be. Yeah, it's meant to be on all the time.
It's always recording. It's always there. So I don't think so.
Imagine it could. Imagine if you could turn it off. So incoming call, answer it.
What, you wink? Like
hand
hi.
gestures. I mean, if you could just touch your ear, maybe. I don't know. Hand gestures.
No, I
This is all like what's the word? Science, not science fiction. It is almost science fiction.
It's too soon for anyone to actually consider putting a $10,000 retail chip with a $500,000 surgical team to implant it, and then millions of dollars to take care of you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right. This is not something that people want.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm trying to figure out what the best applications and the best advantages of this brain chip. I haven't found any.
No, this is like Cybertruck, full self-driving all over again.
If you said it was something that you could wear, like a wearable, that's understandable. I'll do that. Wearable, like you already wear smartwatches, right? You can have smart glasses and stuff like that, right? You could wear them, but having it implanted in your body,
look, it's too permanent. It's like people make bad choices sometimes when they get a tattoo.
Oh yeah,
and then they can't remove them, but then they have to cover over them. Then it looks like crap.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Because they made that mistake. I know that you know about tattoos and everything. That you better be sure that you want to keep them, right?
That's right.
So that's the commitment that you need to make, right? And in this case, there is no do-over. I would rather wait for somebody to micronize the Vision Pro, and I'm sure that Apple's working on it because every reviewer says my head hurts after wearing that thing. It's too heavy. So if they can get that to work 50 times better and be like 10 times smaller, I think that would be a better alternative than putting a $10,000 chip, US chip, in your head and having someone look over you so that you don't drool during a OTA update for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because it's
pass.
It doesn't tell you which part of the brain it's implanted, and it doesn't tell you how many wires are connected to your brain.
Too many questions. Way too many questions.
It says it's successfully implanted into this person, and they're just monitoring him.
And removing it is dangerous as well too. I mean, this thing's, like you said, it's the size of a coin. CR2032 battery. It's coming out of your head with a bunch of wires attached to it. They have grown into your brain.
Oh yeah,
right?
I'm gonna throw this something off topic, right? You remember those RGB stuff you get in your computers, right?
Yeah,
all RGB lights, and of course, some certain people, whether he or she, whatever, have implants, right? And implants, and they put RGB into the implants. Wait, you can actually turn it on or off. So there was one post I see. They were in, I think, in Thailand or something, and this person was going around with RGB implants, flashing it around, stuff like that.
I don't think I want that.
So you could have, if it's, I'm not sure if it's safe, but there must be a point or come to a time where they implant the stuff into your brain and supposedly be safe. But when that time comes.
We are so not there yet. We are so not there yet.
So it's a no then for you.
No, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Do you want this? Leave a comment below if you want this.
Yeah, it's going to cost you 10,000 plus 14,000 Canadian, and also thousands more for surgery and thousands more for rehabilitation, stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's provided that you don't die
Yeah,
Because-
and you probably have to take medicine
for the rest of your life.
yeah, and there's no other way.
And if it goes wrong, you'll be in a ward for the rest of your life. You will be in a mental institution if you go crazy for the rest of your life.
Yeah, yeah,
As
because
a side effect.
I was reading a book. Apparently, it's about people with mental diseases, and there's apparently a very thin line between sane and insane. It only needs a small little trigger from going insane to insane.
They're chemicals. We're chemical being,
Very thin
biological,
line.
chemical, electrical beings. Yeah.
Yeah, a very thin line. So if you're tampering your brain and that it sends the wrong signal, seriously, you become insane. Definitely.
You go Joker overnight. All right.
Wow.
I'm done.
Okay, well, this is a short one because I just want to discuss about this brain chip because it was on the news. I thought, hey, this is like crazy. Are they really allowing this? Is the government really allowing this? I mean, what are they doing?
Yeah, what are they doing? Approving Elon for this.
I mean, fair enough. Elon's probably paying a lot of politicians off. Maybe, I don't know. He's got the money, and I watched a couple of episodes of this TV series called Ozark, and those guys are just paying politicians left, right, and center to get things done.
Well, he doesn't have $44 billion to pay anybody. Someone's paying him.
Apparently,
for
it's
sure.
not his own money.
Oh, it's not his own money.
It's not his own money. He promised it's going through the company, but he hasn't got 44 billion of his own dollars. It's company got other companies' dollars, investors' dollars, but it's they're saying it's his to actually buy.
Well, I saw this meme. I saw this
Twitter.
meme, and it's between Bill Gates and Elon Musk.
Yeah.
See, Bill Gates wants to preserve life and extend human life and make lives better by creating more vaccines and everything like that.
Mm.
And then this other faction says, oh, he's inserting 5G chips and chemicals into
Yeah.
us, and he's trying to control us.
What is this thing about 5G?
And they're not okay with that. So the preservation of life
Yeah.
and the extension of life and the quality of life, making those better, is not okay with this group and 5G. If Elon comes in and wants to turn you into a vegetable and put a chip in your head, those same people are okay with that. That seems weird. This is too weird for me.
Anyway, so on that note, it's time to watch a little bit of Terminator, I think, because the time of cybernetics is upon us.
Universal Soldier, much better watch.
Oh, Universal Soldiers.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. And, for new shows every week on a Wednesday
At noon.
at noon.
Usually.
So, yeah. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, and we are also on Instagram and on that X place where Elon trolls. So don't forget to find us at Our Podcast Show on Instagram and also at Our Podcast Show on X. And also sometimes we're on Threads as well too at Our Podcast Show.
And
All right?
YouTube Music, right?
Oh yeah, and we are also I think it's all launched now. So we're actually on an audio podcast on YouTube Music. So if you're looking for a new podcatcher, definitely use YouTube Music, and you'll find us at Our Podcast Show as well too on YouTube Music. That's rolling out. It's already in Canada. It's the US, and hopefully it'll be replacing Google Podcasts soon. So if you switch from Google Podcasts, switch to YouTube Music and find us at Our Podcast Show.
That's right. Until then, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.